Introducing the Orange Money Card to Wallet service.
A new center was birthed, charged to collect balance, credible and accurate news and information. Tax tested and proven to be a world-class example of news presentation where truths are told. We lead by example and others follow. RCR News, the premier source of accurate news. Bulletin is up next.
Enter your name, surname, the orange number and email address that will be linked to this service. Proceed to enter your occupation and create and confirm your password, which you will then be required to sign in with every time you make a card to wallet transfer.
18 years ago, a new center was birthed, charged to collect balance, credible and accurate news and information. A tax tested and proven to be a world-class example of news presentation where truths are told. We lead by example and others follow. RCR News, the premier source of accurate news.
Click on Card to Wallet, then enter the orange money number you are transferring to and the amount. Continue by entering the source of funds, purpose of funds, and proceed to payment.
Pleasant good evening and welcome to our RCR News Bulletin at 7. My name is Olivia Bauman presenting. This newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited. In the headlines, of World Bank expresses its support to the Bureau of State Enterprises in executing its statutory mandate. Corruption Watch releases its scorecards following the end of the first quarter of the Liberian legislature. Chief Justice Yaniyo says that the judiciary has held talks with the executive and legislature on setting up a clear plan, beginning with the National Autonomy Act of the judiciary. And away from Liberia, the BBC says a former Minister of Aviation in Nigeria, Hadi Sarikad, appears in court on corruption charges, along with his daughter and son-in-law. Those were the headlines, not the news in detail. The World Bank has expressed its support to the Bureau of State Enterprises in executing its statutory mandate. During a meeting on Thursday with a team from the Bureau of State Enterprises, headed by Director General Arthur Masakwe, World Bank Country Manager Joshua Wallen extolled the worker-led administration for the political will given the Bureau in carrying out its functions. She promised that the World Bank office in Liberia will connect the Bureau of State Enterprises with other international partners to ensure it achieves its objective of coping with and leakages in state-owned enterprises. The World Bank Country Manager, who later presented a gift to Director General Arthur Masakwe, indicated that the Bureau should be seen in the eyes of the public as a champion for corporate governance and guardians for state-owned enterprises in Liberia. In response, Director Masakwe thanked the World Bank for its support, promised that the Bureau of State Enterprises will exert all efforts in working with the World Bank and other international partners to ensure transparency and accountability across all state-owned enterprises. A press release quotes Mr. Masakwe as expressing the need for technical support for the enhancement of the Bureau's operations. Other executives accompanying the Director General to the meeting at the German Embassy included Roosevelt Fall, the Deputy Director General for Operations, Bali Sanol, Deputy Director General for Administration, and Councillor Samuel Pearson, legal consultant. Corruption Watch has released its scorecards following the end of the first quarter of the Liberian legislature. In its index report, representative for the family of District Number 7 in Gun County is being ranked A for best performance. The Bond County lawmaker Ben Wendt, in the first performing category means he performed both in his district and at the Capitol building to expectation. It can be recalled Representative Famulek, upon his election, championed the cause of the people of his district by ensuring that China Union lived up to its concession agreement, something that was done through a communication to the plenary of the House of Representatives for an appropriate action to be taken. The communication of Representative Famulek against the $2.6 billion company resulted to ongoing road works in the concession area. The young Liberian politician and advocate also wrote the plenary of the House of Representatives, calling the attention of his colleagues to the environmental impact of illicit mining, causing pollution of the simple river. Furthermore, Representative Famulek was among other lawmakers sent to investigate the Bear Mountain concession company saga with the people of Grand Cape County. In another development, Representative Famulek has embarked on the transformation of the health sector of Electoral District Number 7 in Bond County. The initiative, according to the representative, is intended to ensure that the people of his district benefit healthy lives through improved health programs. Speaking recently to schools of midwives and health assistants in the district, the youthful lawmaker lauded the medical practitioners for the level of sacrifices over the years. Acknowledging their tireless efforts, he told the midwives and health assistants of his plans to motivate them through several initiatives. Chief Justice Yaneyo has disclosed that the judiciary has held talks with the executive and legislature on setting up a clear plan, beginning with the Financial Autonomy Act of the judiciary. Justice Yo said they have informed them of the pending case with regards to the Association of Trial Judges of the law regarding the salaries of judges and justices of the Supreme Court. The Chief Justice noted during the meeting that the judiciary is not begging to be given money, but wants the right done in line with the budget law, adding the three branches of government are participatory within the process. As such, they cannot impose on the judiciary. She noted that everything is in the law, and if the judiciary cannot participate, then everything should be scratched out. The Chief Justice, according to RCA judicial correspondent, found that if the judiciary cannot be informed about the reason why they have been given a certain portion of the budget, she is reminding them that they have the inherent power to scratch the budget law out. Justice Yu reiterated that they are the branch of government and not a segment under the executive branch, vowing that they were not going to defend the budget because the executive and legislature do not defend theirs. She stressed that the judiciary law says Chief Justice shall receive a salary the same as the Vice President, and by precedent they shall be followed by the Associate Justices and then Magistrates. A Kenyan lawyer and advocate says building integrity within the judiciary is a continuous process that requires effort from all stakeholders, including the judiciary, the public, and the media. Professor Patrick Lumumba, according to RCA judicial correspondent, further said that judges must adhere to high ethical standards, uphold the rule of law, and maintain impartiality in their decision-making. The head of Lumumba and Lumumba Advocates noted that the public plays a crucial role in holding the judiciary accountable advocating for transparency and accountability and supporting initiatives that strengthen judicial independence. The media, likewise, he said, has a responsibility to report accurately and objectively on judicial proceedings, avoid sensationalism and bias that could undermine public trust in the judiciary. He then noted that mitigating politicizing of the judiciary is vital to preserving its integrity and independence and is essential to ensure that judges are perceived as impartial arbiters of the law free from undue political influence. Liberia is expected to join countries around the world for the observance of National Tree Planting Day to be observed throughout the country. The day will be celebrated this Friday by the Forestry Development Authority in Grand Cape Mount County with befitting activities. A release from the FDA courts is Managing Director Rudolph Mirab as saying the day will be colored with a parade along the principal streets of Rappersport to be followed by a program. The release added that the day coincides with the official launch of the Wakalord Eco Lodge, an exciting touristic center which has added a touristic beauty to the Wakalord Forest of Liberia's protected areas. If you're just joining us, it's a reminder that you are listening to a bulletin of news coming to you from the News and Current Affairs Department here at the Renaissance Communications Incorporated. In more news, the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection and UN Women have ended a day-long engagement dialogue in Painesville. Giving an overview of the event, UN Women's Country Representative Comfort Lamptey said the meeting seeks to reflect on current partnership, building on the lessons learned and moving forward with a renewed sense of commitment to achieve shared goals. Madame Lamptey stressed that the Ministry of Gender has been UN Women's most strategic partner since their inception in Liberia, providing financial and moral support to promote development and protect women, girls, and vulnerable groups. For her part, Gender Minister of Women Horace Coley lauded UN Women for their partnership and contributions towards the ministry and the government of Liberia. Away from Liberia, a former Minister of Aviation in Nigeria, Hadi Sarika, has appeared and quote on corruption charges, along with his daughter and son-in-law. Mr. Sarika was regarded as one of the most powerful ministers in former President Muhammadu Buhari's government. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has accused him of using his position to give undue advantage to a company linked to his daughter and son-in-law. The three pleaded not guilty to all 6 charges at the High Court in the federal capital Abuja and were released on bail. To end this news program, a recap of the top stories. World Bank expresses its support to the Bureau of State Enterprises in executing its statutory mandate. Corruption Watch releases its scorecards following the end of the first quarter of the Liberian legislature. Chief Justice Sani Yuhu discloses that the judiciary has held talks with the executive and legislature on setting up a clear plan, beginning with the Financial Autonomy Act of the judiciary. In a way from Liberia, the BBC says a former Minister of Aviation in Nigeria, Hadi Sarika, appears in court on corruption charges, along with his daughter and son-in-law. Thus, our news bulletin at 7. My name is Olivia Brown. Good evening.
I would like to fund my account at any time, even here.
Right here, right now.
Here too!
Without moving an inch.
Here will be just perfect.
Henceforth, send money to your Orange Money account from your bank account and vice versa directly from your mobile phone. A simple and fast solution that is always available to ensure a permanent access to your Orange Money services. Anywhere, anytime, send money to your Orange Money account from your bank account from your mobile phone to cash out, to recharge, to transfer, to pay, to buy. To subscribe to this service, go to your bank branch office partner to the Orange Money service. It's all about what matters to you. Orange.